1. All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 44 of the SML Podcast with myself, Project Storm, and my homie, my right-hand man, partner in crime, brother Stadia.
PNC.
You know what I mean? Brother Stadia, brother from the PNTS network, MM2K. What's going on with you, bro?
Yo. What's going on, man?
All right. We have L Boogie's in the house, man. L Boogie, let us know if you can hear us. We want to make sure the mics are good today because we have a whole lot to talk about, man. We got to talk about some things that's going to support a lot of people in the community, man, as well as some things that might raise a couple eyebrows and a few more things that just might put question marks over people's heads, and to see a cloud of confusion. But we're going to be talking about all of that today. Just let us know that the mics are good, and absolutely share this out as you all come up in here because we want more people to be a part of these conversations, man. But MM2K, yes, man, how are you feeling today on September 11th, which we'll get into briefly when you're done?
Yeah, man. I'm feeling good, man. Been doing some gaming, setting up some more stuff, trying to get the website pushed along. I just feel good, man. There's a lot. I can finally attack my backlog, so I'm gonna do that. We got the Division 2 clan,
yes, sir,
doing some stuff, doing some things out there, man. We got some great gamers, and if you stay tuned towards the end of the show, we're going to tell you how you can register because we're taking more registers, and the site's down at the moment because we're doing a facelift, but. Yeah, man, great stuff. We're going and doing a lot of gaming. Mm-hmm. That's what it's all about. And I can't wait to get into these topics, man.
Oh, yo. In fact, people, I might as well tell y'all right now, my brother and I, we've been doing this for a long time. So why the hell do we don't need show notes? You know what I mean? We don't need the hell with the show notes. We don't need them. There's too many topics that we could talk about today, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to kick it off. Of course, we plan every show, y'all, but we don't necessarily have questions because we're going to be hopefully involving the community and everybody that joins in, y'all. It's very important that we talk about these things. Now, I want to shout out a couple individuals real quick. I'm going to shout out the brother, Chariot Man Gaming. He's not even here yet, but we're going to shout out Smock Jr., Daryl Smock Jr., Man, there's a lot of people, MM2K, to be shouting out. We got to shout out L Boogie for being the first one in the building,
sir. Yes, sir.
But I got a feeling that's going to be changing, y'all. I got a feeling that's going to change very soon because once we get into these topics like NBA 2K22, the PlayStation Showcase, and more.
Yes.
Woo! Don't let us do all the talking, is all I'm saying. So look, MM2K, my bro, what have you been playing, sir? If you can be kind and answer that.
I've been playing some Division 2, of course.
Yes,
you know
sir.
What I mean? Like my brother. Shout out to the bro Average, man. Like I know I'm giving him his roses every day. Woo, I'm so excited, man. We got a killer squad. Average, Tommy Rocks, like Storm. I went into the clan leaderboard, and you know me, I do my thing in Division 2.
Right.
But I went to the clan leaderboard, and like the moment that I activated the invites for everybody, they decimated me. They took me out of the leaderboard, and I didn't understand how thorough this squad was until one of the players that really wasn't even on my radar, the brother Average, was watching me while I was doing the stream and said, "Yo, can I hop in the game?" And I said, "Oh, sure, yeah, come on, man." He hopped in the game, bro, and just was laying folks to waste. We could have really used him that day. Me and you was getting slaughtered. So we got a hell of a team there. Again, I'm going to show you guys at the end of the show, if you stay tuned, how you can register and become part of this clan, because this clan's going to be doing some things, man, definitely. So there's that. And then there's, I've been playing Madden 21 regularly, trying to wrap up my season there. But then it because of the free weekend. I said, well, let me get into Madden 22, bro. I never doubted you. I knew you was right.
Okay.
But man, you weren't lying. If you're a Madden gamer, all right, if you're a Madden aficionado, and I'm or you love to play the game regularly, you can definitely notice the differences this year. I mean, aesthetically, if you look at it, not much difference, but they look. I mean, the players look better. The animations and stuff look better. However, it's in the gameplay where it's vastly improved. The running is smoother, the movement is smoother, everything is faster and more impactful, and all this stuff, man. It's just crazy to see, and I don't believe. I'm not of the opinion that it's just a paste and copy solely of last year, because in the fundamental areas, stuff like that, the movement and stuff, it's vastly improved. So is it a complete overhaul, Storm? No, but it's vastly improved. So that's what not a lot of stuff I've been playing. I'm just a heavy focus on Division 2 and Madden this week.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you, and I could tell by the way you just broke that down that you know what you're talking about, man. And you're right. It's not like a monumental leap visually or the animations and stuff, because they already had there was already fluid gameplay last year on Madden 21. So, you know, sometimes you don't want them to go back and reinvent the wheel. You know how there's always this thing when it comes to Madden 22, y'all, that when you jump from one generation to the next, Madden always takes step backwards. You know, it takes a couple steps forward and then a few steps backwards or whatever in some department. Like they always slight franchise and things like this, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm good with the game that we have from 21 to 22, because it kind of like it fine tunes 2021 in my opinion, and while making it look better and things like that, and adding new features for people to play around with. Now, but I want to get into it since we, you know, there's no need to wait. We can get into it right now because there's a free play weekend for this game right now. And with that free play weekend, I saw well over 1,000 players without even having to count. Well over 1,000 within the first hour. MM2 had already jumped on the ranked leaderboards, right? So I said, let me jump into a match, a ranked match or whatever. I jumped into the first match I got into it under a minute. You know, it wasn't a problem. Second match, got into it under 30 seconds. But me and this player had the same teams. We had the Cowboys, right? So we both decided to do a friendly quit. We both hit the button at the same time, I guess. We linked up with each other again. And that's where I left it, right, for right there. But man, it was you could just tell. I checked this morning, and there was even more players than they were yesterday on the game. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. I know you said something about the franchises, because you went out there and checked out the number of franchises that had been started. And last time I saw it, it was 3,000. It was around 3,000 franchises. So how many is out there right now?
When I checked last night, man, it's double that, man. It's like 6,000 franchises now.
Oh, wow. So, and that's crazy.
That's crazy, brother.
I know. And you see, I know a lot of people don't prefer rank MM.
Yeah.
A lot of people prefer to do MUT, and I know some people are, you know, they have their gripes about MUT not being able to have the players that they want in there, and if they're coming from other platforms, that's just going to be the case, y'all. We're going to keep it all the way real. If you're coming from other platforms like Xbox, PlayStation, PC, or whatever, you're probably going to, of course, you're going to have a bigger player base because they've been around for decades, you know?
Yep.
So, but coming over here, it just... you know, we've had these discussions already. I'm just happy to see that they threw it out there. EA decided to say, hey, let's throw this free play weekend out there before the season starts, which I anticipated that they were going to do. And I think it's going to help the game, and it's going to help the sales and all of that stuff across the board on every platform. It's good to see that Stadia was included in all that mix, though. So first thing we want to do, though, is we want to highlight the games again that we recently covered. So if you could, let's see. You already have it up. So I'm going to go ahead.
Okay, you talking about the community
that
blog?
one right there. Yep, and I'm going to go ahead and share that one real quick with the people.
All right.
All right. So we're going to go Let's go. Mars View. And that should be it. So if it doesn't pop up for some reason, let me know. But it should, though. It should. Everything should be good. Now, as you all can see, I hope, we have Madden, Katamari Damacy, Reroll.
Yes.
Darkwood. Yes. We have 2K21, PGA Tour 2K21. And I'm looking at the stream right now on my other display just to make sure that it's up. We have Rainbow Six Siege also. Yeah, it's up. So we have Rainbow Six Siege also on a free play weekend, y'all. That's two major AAA games right there. Free play weekend for both. Life is Strange, True Colors is another game that recently released. I think it just, when did it drop? Yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah, it dropped yesterday. I don't know if it's time to jump into that one right now, MM2K, so we're going to pass. We're going to pass right now, bro, because we don't want to do this to the people, because the people can be harsh, man. The people can, you know, slap you across the chin and say, Storm, the hell are you talking about, bro? So we're not going to start that 30 versus 60 today unless MM2K goes in that direction. If he goes in that direction, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. All we try to do is let the people know what we can. That's all we can do. Some people don't like that. Some people have a problem with that stuff. The truth will hurt in certain cases. If you're not looking for the truth, it can hurt your feelings, man. But if you want the truth and nothing but the absolute truth, then that could be the best thing ever, man. But MM2K, before we get into all that, man, we're going to go ahead and pump the brakes and we're going to acknowledge the fact that it is September 11th, man. So we're going to take a moment of silence real quick for all those lives lost, man. It could be some of our listeners could have had friends, family members, or friends of friends. So we're going to take a moment of silence real quick. All right, and there you go. Sometimes you just have to do the right thing, man. We are up here gaming, and there's people out there risking their lives, protecting us each and every day, first responders and all that stuff, man. So we have to do that. Hey, we appreciate everybody involved in helping to keep us safe, from the military to law enforcement and anything in between, paramedics, everybody, our firemen, everybody. We're showing love right here from SML Podcast. Now, do you have anything to say, to chime in or add to that or anything like that, or you just want to agree?
Yeah, man. You know, I can just remember being at work that day and just going through there and it's 20 years already. It still seems like it was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, you know, we want to be thankful that we are here, being able to play games and stuff like that and talk about them and talk about our passion, because a lot of people that may have shared that same passion, they don't have that same luxury. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Man, I love it. MM2K, man. People think we're just those boys that like to make noise, man. And that is true, too. That is true, too. We do like to have fun. Who doesn't like to have fun, man?
Exactly.
I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, we're all adults. And with that being said, we're going to get into some topics, man. And they're going to be some serious topics. It's been a theme lately, where we are having grown-up conversation more and more, man. We're not doing this, and I'd like for you to chime in if you can to share your thoughts, but I don't think we're doing this to damper or hamper somebody's mood. You know, I don't think we're doing this to say that Stadia is not the platform for you. You know, unless it really isn't. If Stadia is not the platform for you, then there's other options out there, man. Some of them might cost a lot more money, but there are other options. You know, some of them might not, you know, work the way that you want the cloud to work. But there are other options. Some of them may have more games and might be better than Stadia to you. So, I mean, we understand everybody's way of thinking, man. But we do here what we take pride in at PNTS Network is just letting no BS, man. Just giving y'all the truth as well as we can to the best of our knowledge and abilities. And that's that. Do you disagree or agree with any of that, MM2K, before we move on?
No, I agree with it 100,000%. We're not here to tell you what to do. We're here to help be a guide, you know. And we've done that because back when we were like gaming noobs or we were less knowledgeable, we didn't have people trying to fight for us. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, and in the current day, Storm, with so many people trying to tell you stuff and make it seem true when it isn't true for their own personal agenda. You need it more so today than you ever have before. So that's what we're all about. We're just here to be a guide so you can play the games that you want to play. That's
it. Well said, man. So now with that, we have to talk about the fact that I did so Darkwood and these other games are games that people are definitely looking forward to. Katamari Damacy re-roll. I did try it out. It just didn't meet my criteria, as I highlighted yesterday on Twitter. If a game doesn't meet my criteria, man, I don't really necessarily have to spend my money on it. MM2K. If I do, spend my money on the game, and if it doesn't hit the target of 60 FPS and or 4K, then there's no one holding a gun to my head saying, Storm, you better keep that game. I'm going to use the option available, and I'm going to hit that refund until a later date, man, But what I'm not going to do is pretend. I can't pretend that something is for me when I know myself, man. Can't do that. I can't I can't force myself to like a game when there's hundreds and thousands of other games available for me to play. So with that being said, I got to throw this out there, MM2K. Should I do it or should I not do it, man?
Do it, brother. You got to do it, man. We got to have those real conversations, man. All right. We won't get no paychecks from nobody but the people.
Even though people think we do. So now when we're being real, we're being real now. I have a feeling that some people are like, oh, I wish you wouldn't be real. I do have that feeling, and it's not a good feeling, man. Now, but I did try Life is Strange True Colors this morning. I went ahead and purchased the game before the show with the intent to keep that game if it met my criteria, That is a clean 1080p 60 FPS or up to 4K 60 FPS. That's all I want. Yeah. But I when I tested the game out, it just was nowhere near that to me. It might be among the worst performing ports that I've seen, y'all. I got to put it out there for the people that care about this stuff.
Wow.
For all of you who don't, kudos, enjoy your games, man. Some people might be mad at me. Hit me up in the DMs and say, Storm, man, I think you're going too far with it. You're supposed to be in the Stadia community, Storm, and you're supposed to be in a beacon of light. Yeah, but MM just highlighted one key thing, man. We're the consumers here. You know what I mean? We don't get checks. We're just doing what we do. We're going to have a hell of a lot of positive things to say after this, y'all. But we have to put out there, because if you ask me, somebody in the chat, let me just pick a random person, Geek the Sneak. If Geek the Sneak says Storm.
Geek the Sneak.
Hey, man, I'm looking at Life is Strange on Metacritic. It's an 85 right now on PlayStation 4. It's got to be the same game, Storm. So guess what I'm going to do, man? I'm going to go ahead and cop that. What do you think, Project Storm? What do you think? I care about 4K 60. You already know. If Geek the Sneak was that person, I would have to tell him, Geek, you could do what you want to do, man. You could buy the game if you want to. However, you know me. If you care about certain targets, performance targets and stuff like that, man, if you care about that, you might want to hold off. But it's up to you, Geek. Try it out. That's how I'm going to handle things. I'm not going to say stay far away from that one and this one and that one. And I can't do it. I told people to buy Outriders if they liked it. Serious Sam if they liked it. And the other games, Ark. If you like Ark, put 1,000+ hours into it. You know what I mean? The game deserves it. It's a video game. But that's what I would say, MM2K, as of right now. I'd be like, man, $60? I care about 4K 60. That's a negative. I got to get that refund. And that's just how I handle things from now on, man. I hope they don't change the policy, because right now it's one of the best policies in the business, along with Steam and others out there, you know. But it wasn't for me, and I'm just going to leave it like that. But MM2K, what is your thought? Because we didn't intend to go into this. We don't have this on the docket today, y'all. But I tried the game before the show, hoping that it was going to be smooth, that I could stream it later today. Couldn't do it, man. It made me sick, and that's a fact. It made me sick. I don't make this up. I just say what I believe.
So I got to ask you a few questions, because you tried it out. I haven't tried it. I've seen a couple of streams, like our good friends Helix Cloud Gaming and Richie and them.
Yeah,
I saw them stream it, so I can only go off of what I saw from them. So I don't have a lot of experience, but just to better help people understand, because maybe there might be some things that we mind that they wouldn't mind. Like, for instance, do we know, is there a performance mode? Were you able to see if there was a performance mode?
There is no performance mode that I saw. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Please join the conversation. Like I said, join the conversation if you all know these things, man. This is not a beat up our favorite platform that we love. This is about calling it out like everybody else does on any other platform. It's about calling it out, but in a way that's responsible and like, yeah, you know, hey, some people let me not jump ahead because it's going to be passionate when we get into that 2K and all that stuff, right? But I want to say this: there's no performance mode. The only video section, the only option under video is gamma. That's it. It's just gamma. There's nothing there. Under gameplay, there's some options like they do have axis. I think I saw axis where you can change revert the controls and all that stuff. And some other things listed there, but there was nothing that I saw that can get me. Now, I did not try. See, here's where I might be jumping the gun sometimes. I didn't set Stadia to 1080p. Yeah, I shouldn't have to do that because see, the games that have this built in 1080p 60, like a slider that you can, a toggle that you can toggle or whatever. That's the right way to do it because see, when I go to 1080p MM2K on an 82-inch screen, you know what happens? Washes out the image to the point where I'm just like, yo, what is this? Even on my 65-inch display and my 55-inch display, whatever. I need an option that I know I can hit that, like Control does. Control allows you to switch to hit that toggle 1080p 60.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I don't know how easy that is for every game because it's built into the Stadia platform for you to normally have to go and do that. So that would depend upon the engine that's being ran and all of the stuff. So that might not be something, you know what I mean? So simple to do it.
I get all that.
So it might be worth. I mean, again, there's a great refund policy if you're like, well, I'm with Storm and MM2K. I gotta have my 60 frames per second. You know, try it out and see if there's a 1080p 60 mode that looks better. But for those that want 4K though, from what you've seen, from those that want 4K Storm and want a flat 30, did you get a flat?
Let me just say,
you get a flat 30.
You know how we do. Let me tell you something. You know what I mean? Let me just tell y'all.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
And we're laughing at each other because y'all know we act a fool, man. Y'all know we have fun.
Oh man.
But remember Serious Sam 4, man?
Yeah.
I wish I had Serious Sam 4. Hey, listen. I wish I was playing Serious Sam 4, bro. That's how I felt. It was that was blurry. It was that blurry, man.
See, Serious Sam 4's problem was that's a Twitch shooter. You can't have a Twitch shooter at 30. I'm sorry. But this thing, to be fair to Serious Sam 4, you know what I'm saying? But to this game, like, even as a walking, talking simulator, whatever you want to call it, from what you've seen, bro, like, was that headache inducing? I mean, we gotta bring this up. Was it?
Listen. I'm playing on the same TV that I play Destiny 2 and others on that runs at buttery smooth 60. Control anything that can hit 60, y'all. It's so damn smooth that I'm so happy I stream it all day. Yeah. I stream it multiple times. People told me to stop streaming Doom Eternal, so I don't stream Doom Eternal anymore because people got tired of me streaming Doom Eternal all the damn time. And Doom 2016. They said, Storm, you got to mix it up, man. You streaming too much Doom, man. Doom again? Damn, Doom. And I love Doom so much because it's so well optimized, right? Yep. So I go over to Control. I'm having a good time on there, MM2K. So let me answer your question, bro. To my eyes, I've been gaming for a long time. I have a PC, y'all. Y'all know it. I got a Series X. I know what 30 FPS is. You just mentioned to me the PlayStation 30 FPS.
Exactly. Yep.
You just brought that up, and bro, that was one of the most genius things I heard because it sticks with me. And I'm like, you damn right, bro. Because when I was playing Uncharted and these other games that wasn't at 60, you couldn't really tell that they wasn't at 60 because they were so smooth.
Exactly.
They're locked. in a way that
lock.
it's just yeah, you just have to play the games to know what I'm talking about. Shout out to G Millie, he probably knows. But
can
listen,
I bring up something else that you was playing
it
too?
seemed like less than something wasn't right, bro. Something wasn't right.
Another locked 30. I saw you and your hell of a Outer World stream. And I don't even like that game.
Go ahead, bro.
But that 8K 30, now that was a locked 30, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, I could play that. You know what I'm saying? So we're not. So it's. I mean, we know the tech is there. We know it's capable. You're looking at Madden on the screen. I mean, we know. I mean, come on now. You trying to tell me that Life is Strange is more demanding than Madden? I don't think so.
It's not. But let me tell you this, though. Let me go back to that Outer Worlds experience for you, right? Now, what's crazy about that is that was played at 60 FPS, and that I had resolution scaling. I had the slider down, but it looked so damn good. You know what I'm saying? That the average person wouldn't be able to tell if it was native or not unless they knew what the resolution scaling was and all that stuff, right? So that's why I do that. But I don't try to trick people or anything. I put it in my titles. I put it in the description or whatever and all that stuff, right? It was a beautiful, beautiful game. Just like with DLSS and other features like that, the games still look beautiful. They run better. And that's a good trade-off, MM2K in chat. So, The Outer Worlds was played at 60 FPS, but the YouTube, NVIDIA Shadow Play only captures it at 30, which means that it still 30. Looks like it's in 30. Wow. So you're right.
Okay.
But it wasn't as smooth. And it's funny that you said that because I was thinking the same damn thing. The Battlefield videos I made, I was like, yo, wait a minute. Why is this not blurry like these other games that we're talking about out here? I mean, choppy, blurry in the background and as you turn the camera. This was one of the and shout out to Bandai, Namco, and everybody else responsible for this game, man. Shout out to you all. However, do y'all want me to? I got to start keeping these games. I got to stop refunding them because I need to show the people what I'm talking about. But if I show the people what I'm talking about, wouldn't that send a message that I don't? See, this is why we got to do this. I mean, what do you think, man? Would I be sending a message that I'm highlighting the poor performance of the platform or the game?
Look, bro. Here's the thing. Ain't no bigger champions of the platform. Look, we've already been tagged for it, and I'm not trying to toot our horns or say that we the best. But you know what I'm saying? There's great content creators out here. And a lot, my spiritual advisor, I can't do it like him. He's great, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying there's no bigger champions for Stadia than us. You know what I'm saying? Like we got it. And the reason why I say that is because we got in the trenches. We out here battling folks, you know what I'm saying, over Stadia. We went out here in the trenches, Storm, and bullied our way onto Twitter.
Don't say bullies. Oh no!
Well,
hey, remember we were the bullies before broadband. You know what I'm saying?
They tagged us. We gonna own it.
Yeah.
Look, we was the bullies that came out here and said, you know what? We don't care how many of you are out here. We were like 300 out in this piece with our swords and everything, outnumbered, and we carved a lane for stadiums to operate on Twitter safely. In peace for the most part. Now some of us done got too comfortable. Now we go out there looking for trouble, which we shouldn't do, but still. But before we started doing our thing, Storm, everybody in the community, for those of you that are new and that didn't realize this, everybody in the community was like the people on the movie Us. They was in some deep underground cavern in their discourse or whatever. They wouldn't even operate on Twitter unless they was doing a video. They put it out there real quick, one tweet, and then they disappeared back into their cavern. We made it cool to be on Twitter and defend the platform. Okay.
Hey, shout out to Stadia Revolution now. Don't have Rev over there crossing his arms. You know?
Oh no. I get it. No, but even before that, shout out to Rev. But even before Rev came to the platform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was out here doing this. You know what I'm saying? But it continued. More people came like Rev or whatever, and it continued. So I say this to say to those that are listening on the other side of the mic, what my brother Storm is breaking down is not out of place of animosity or whining or all that other stuff. What we do here, we're tech enthusiasts. So we got to give you the straight dope on how it's working tech-wise because that's what brought us here. So if it's great, we're going to highlight it. If it's not so great, we got to let you know from our perspective so you know, okay, well, all right, I was interested in picking that one up, but maybe that one ain't for me, or what, just to help you with your decision. Or you can still pick it up regardless of what we say. But it's not coming from a place of animosity or hate. We love the platform, but we got to keep it real. That's all.
I mean, if we didn't, what would we really be doing if we didn't keep it real? Yo, I want y'all to think about it, man. If we're up here feeding y'all BS every show or whatever the case is, right? Just throwing out BS. Yo, this game is the best game. Oh, damn, it doesn't get any better than this. For every game, man. Imagine that. Now,
y'all be looking at us with the Martin face.
Yeah, we got. Hey, listen, man, it's gonna be real. I asked for more people to get up in here. The people came, I appreciate y'all. So we got to run. We got to highlight everybody in the house, man. Can we do that? MM2K, can you start from the bottom to the top?
From the bottom to the top. From the bottom, we got Stadia Revolution
in the house.
He says, I'm the biggest gatekeeper in the community, according to the community.
Yes, sir.
We got the number one Stadia fan, Ambunar. Ambunar says, Xbox, PlayStation have a bright future. Stadia does it very limited list of games and no exclusives. Shout out to Ambunar. We got MJ Parks in the house. Thank you, MJ. We got Randy B in the house. Crow Resin. Thank you very much, Crow Resin. Geek to Sneak. Hey, Geek. I told you, Ron Slusher ain't safe. You ain't safe now. We're going to grab you up in the yellow van. Blue Fire Demon 44 in the house. Shout out Blue Fire Demon. Shout out to you and thank you for your continued support. Chariot Man Gaming in the house.
In the house.
And we got the sneaky brother with the
we got a segment dedicated to Chariot Man Gaming. So be cool, y'all. Be cool.
Hey, yo. Chariot Man, you got to send us audio. Whenever we get a bad port, we're going to say, cast it into the Bering Sea. We're going to play your audio. Into the Bering Sea. And go check out Chariot Man Gaming, definitely. Ray 3473. I'll put an extra 3 in there. Shout out to Ray in the house.
Tell Gaming Sideboard.
Ray, if you got Madden on Stadia, let me know, bro. We gonna run some games, man. We gonna run you. No, he likes San Fran, right? Is that Ray's team?
I think so. I think so.
See, I don't like what Storm is doing to my Chiefs right here. I don't like this. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have to play some. I'm going to have to take it out on you, Ray. So let's do some San Fran versus the Chiefs on Madden. Who else we got up in there? We got Monkey Boy. He says, I'm sad for Stadia. The technology is so good. Play every day. Feels like local hardware. Yeah, it's not getting the respect. Yeah, I'm with you.
That's what we're after the chat. We're going to get into that.
Absolutely. And I think we got everybody.
That's pretty much it. Did you highlight the boy MM2K?
The boy MM2K's in the house, spitting on his pop filter. We got Bulls for Life. We got Jamal Adams. Who else did we get? We got Sean L in the house. Thank you, Sean L, for your continued support. And then, of course, we got Elbow. Yay.
Go ahead, brother. You got any canoe folks?
No, none of the canoe folks.
I just had to throw it in there, man. You a fool. Next week, go hard is in the building. Cloudbuster's in the building saying good afternoon, man. So look, y'all. All right, let's get back into it.
Yes,
this
sir.
Right Talk here, about it. I told you, it's going to be a show. This show, man, all shows that we do is about y'all. You already know, man. I think we do. We try to do a good job of proving that. I remember times when we used to go over an hour before we even acknowledged that we had the peoples in the house, MM2K. Remember some of them conversations, man?
Yeah.
But look, not today. Not today. Here we go, y'all. I want to go back to that point, though, that who said that?
It was Monkey Boy who said that. He's sad for Stadia. I can dig it. Go ahead, brother.
So I get where he's coming from. And what he's saying is I'm not sad for Stadia because Stadia is trash. No.
Exactly.
We already know. Hey, we have 1,000 hours of content
like button.
Talking about how Stadia is the best. It's the best around. Nothing's going to ever keep it down. I sent that to Stadia on Twitter, by the way, if anybody saw that. So we are not them boys out here that's saying we're about to jump ship. Nah. So what Monkey Boy is saying is Stadia has the power, the capabilities. And we know that because we've been getting some hellified ports, man. That's considered king of port, KOP contenders. And so we know with this platform, and some of them way more taxing than some of the games that we talk about that's not getting 60. So that's what it's all about, man. We know that we know that it can. So let me tell y'all what I think about Life is Strange. Now, I know the game, came out and everything yesterday for Stadia. It's coming to other platforms as well. I'm wondering if Life is Strange is one of those other ports, like an Xbox One port. Is it coming to Switch, MM2K?
I don't know. I don't know if it's coming to Switch. I have to look that up.
I know that
Life is Strange.
I know that some of those games have come to Switch. I do know that much. So I'm just wondering, man, for the sake of time, are we getting our developers saying, look, y'all, yeah, we could do that. We could drop these games over there. However, we're not going to give y'all the PC port. We're just going to give you the easiest port or whatever, Xbox One or PlayStation 4 base models or whatever, or the Switch port, or, you know what I mean? Something like that. And I guess I'd rather have the game than not have the game. I guess some of us should be thankful for having the game in the first place. But at the same time, if the game is in my library and it's looking good in the storefront, but I can't play it, how the hell is that helping the game or the sales or the developers or the publisher?
Yeah.
If people like me and MM2K and others out here feel the way we do about the performance of the game. Something to think about. That's all. Just something to think about.
I think these are all. I think all the Stadia ports right now are PC ports, but we're seeing something, Storm, with the lack of optimization as of late. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know you talked about the memory. We've talked about the memory issue where somebody had brought up like a memory delta. That was a concern with, what was it, Arc originally? When Arc or some game that was supposed to come to the platform, and the people put out a post, look, we can't support Stadia right now because, you know, we ran into an issue with the memory or whatever. So I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's just that people are coming. Yeah,
I thought about it too, but it can't be because of Division 2 and all of them, Moss.
Exactly, and then Madden. I mean, like I said, Life is Strange is not more. It's not more demanding than Madden. I get there's different engines. I get that people might say, "Oh, well, there's different engines," but a lot of it has to come to effort. And our good friend Jim showed us that when it came to Arc. You know what I'm saying? It just comes to effort as far as optimization and testing. I think what we might be seeing, Storm, and I don't think this is going to be long term, because we see Stadia earlier in the year has showed us that they are doubling down to work with developers to try to probably reverse a lot of the stuff that they saw happening, and we were going to start getting in our hands at the end of this year. Yeah. But I think you're starting to see publishers and developers coming out of COVID and having struggled for a whole year, coming out of COVID, and them looking at who's going to help keep the lights on. And them saying to themselves, all right, we got to double down and triple down on PlayStation, Xbox, you know what I'm saying, and Switch. And then we're like, okay, well, this was a great deal that we can, you know, and this kind of could have happened with 2K. We had a great deal going in earlier to launch a Stadia. Let's sign up and do it. And they're like, well, yeah, but hold on. You know what I'm saying? So you're seeing a lack of effort when it comes to these ports more recently. It is concerning. It is something that people should, you know, open their mouths about. And I think the best people to do it towards are the developers. I mean, when we're in a mind state, Storm, of, and I know we got a much more topics, so I'm going to shut up real quick.
No, man, you go, man, do what you do.
When we run into a situation, Storm, where we say, because this is on Stadia, and I don't want to be negative about this because it's going to make Stadia look bad.
Yeah.
What you inadvertently do, Storm, is you send a signal to the developers, oh, we can give Stadia bullish. And they're going to take it. And we can just grab the bag. And we know it's not Stadia's fault, because the platform is what it is, and they're deploying text to help on it. It's just, but if the publisher is saying we ain't going to put in the effort, none of that matters. Right. So, it's worth opening your mouths, but you got to know where to deploy your efforts to. And this is an issue with the developers right now. Stadia is the redheaded stepchild. They feel like that they can take the bag and run off with the bag and just put the minimal effort out there. They're watching. They're looking. They're like, hold on. This Stadia community are rabid about Stadia. Let's see if we can put poop on the stick on there. Oh, we put poop on the stick, and everybody's being quiet about it. Let's see if we can put 2 lumps of poop on the stick, and they're being quiet about it. So we don't want to set that precedent to where developers ain't going to hear our mouths because we don't want to, quote unquote, be negative because it's related to Stadia. No. Always open your mouth and be vocal, and that's what we're doing here. So I shut up now.
I like it. We're going to move right on, man.
Yes, sir.
to Chia. To Chia.
Yeah. Chia.
You know, so we're gonna move over there real quick because I don't understand this one right here, man. I don't know if you have time to if you highlight it, if you put it up there, let me know. I'll put it on the screen.
I got it up here, brother.
All right, hold on, man. Let me hit that button for the people.
I got it up here.
Because this one right here, I think we're gonna breeze right through this one, to tell you the truth, man. Because man,
yeah, brother.
All right, so here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Chia is a soul. Shout out to the developers first of all that made this game. You know what I mean? Any game that they put time into building or making for the industry, I'm happy with it. I'm cool with it. Chia is a soul jumping game inspired by New Caledonia culture, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. From
the makers of Fossil Echo comes a much more expansive adventure. Now, let's just get right into it. Chia not coming to Stadia and going to PlayStation. It's going to PS5 or just PlayStation in general?
I think PlayStation in general. It might show up on the PlayStation 4 too. You know.
All right. Well, I don't know if this is a big one. I know it's not for me. It doesn't. I don't lose any sleep at all, MM2K, because shout out again. I don't take anything away from the game because a game is a game and it's for somebody else if it's not for me. But the Chia is not one of those games, man. If this right here was 2K, if that title was NBA 2K is coming to everywhere else but Stadia today, I'd be pissed off. I'd be pissed off, even though I didn't have any intent. And we're gonna get into 2K next. I didn't have any intent to buy 2K day one. But 2K22 that it is. But to Chia though, I'm not taking away from the work that they put in. Y'all get what I'm, man. Y'all know me and MM2K by now, don't you? Do I have to explain? I guess I do for the new people. We are not those guys that just hound and pound anything to get a thrill or kick out of it, right? Yeah. But to Chia, we heard things like this about Orcs Must Die 3 leaving the platform, MM2K, Journey to the Savage Planet, and all these different things. And now to Chia, come on, y'all. Let Chia go and be great. Let it be great on another platform if that's what's going down. Stadia is not in the house for first-party games right now. Now, shout out to Daryl Smock Jr. Daryl Smock Jr., we got to get into his thoughts too. Chariot Man Gaming, Daryl Smock Jr. In no particular order, right? So what are your thoughts on this whole thing? Because this right here is a nothing burger to me. It's a game. I mean, some people complain about games, right? But it's games that they wouldn't spend any time in, man. I see people out there putting their hours up. I try to throw a little bit of my, I put a tweet out there and stuff, and I'll show some hours and all that stuff. But my stuff is open to anybody on my friend list. So I whatever you see is what you get. If you see 30 seconds on a game, it's for a good reason. I explain it to you, but it doesn't mean that people are going to be spending hundreds of hours on Chia. So what is it for you? I hope I didn't sound like too much of a jerk, though.
Well, see, hold on. Here's the thing. We have legitimate, and I hate to make it sound like that. Some people to wag the finger at them and say, your concerns don't matter. No, if you got questions, ask them. But there's levels to this. Doc, can I borrow that? There's levels to this, okay? Bad ports that lack effort coming to the platform. Yes, that's a, brow-raising situation. NBA 2K, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. NBA 2K22. After the previous installments coming, that not coming. That's a brow-raising situation. Stadia, during the closure of SG&E or whatever the ramifications were, but in all likelihood it was due to SG&E closing down, them going to Chia and some of these smaller games and saying, look, right now, because of the move we just made, we don't have a place for you right now. But
hold on. I'm sorry. Look at the animation right there, Moss. This is what we're talking about when we talk about that Madden. I'm sorry, bro. I had to do it, man. Did y'all see the animation right there? This is what we're talking about with Madden 2022 or whatever the hell I just said. But I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead, man. I just want people. I had to put it out there. But go ahead, man.
Yeah. No, because it is different. It's a lot more fluid. And I always play the defensive line too, Storm. I'm Frank Clark. Shout out to number 55 of the Chiefs. That's who I play when I'm on defense. I'm not like my brother Storm. I can't be versatile.
No, that was the computer. That was the AI.
Oh, that was the computer. Oh, okay,
man.
Oh, yeah, but the animations are more fluid. Like Frank Clark, he's strong up top. So if he gets a good enough head start and he's able to chuck the offensive lineman, he's knocking him to the ground in a lot of times. And they simulate that better now in Madden 22. Stuff like that is important because before I would do it with Frank Clark and maybe I'd get a sack a game.
Yeah.
Maybe. Now I can get a couple of sacks, you know what I'm saying? If I don't mistime my jump. And then the offense has to realign for it. Then they started doubling me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm getting through too much. And now because they're doubling me, they can't run the plays that they want. I was down 17-0. I'm going to shut up real quick about it. I was down 17-0, Storm. And because Frank Clark was able to get past that line, they had to double me. They couldn't do what they wanted to do anymore. And I was able to come back down from 17-0 in the third quarter and win 21-17, brother.
Man.
So for the people that are like, oh, the animations and the gameplay ain't the same and it don't matter, it's the same. No, that's a lie. I'm telling you. Sometimes it's the smaller things that make the big difference. And there's a lot of smaller tweaks and changes in Madden that make it a lot better than last year. But that's here nor there.
Yes,
I guess we're going to get back to...
And before you get back to Chia, man, I want to say this right here is on Google Stadia, the world-class cloud tech. You know what I mean? Best in the business platform that we're talking about right now. So, but go ahead, bro. Back to Chia.
So back to Chia. All right. So here's the deal, y'all. And I want to show y'all something. Let me do this because I in my open mic yesterday that was less of an open mic and more me babbling. If you can go to the Moss view.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
hold on one sec. There we go.
I already showed y'all where, let me see, we're going to do the past. Hey, I already showed y'all where Chia was not, it was on the world's biggest stage the other day. It was on the world's biggest stage the other day. And all the other games that were on the world's biggest stage the other day were in the top 50 tracking on Twitter. I showed y'all that yesterday. Go back to the show. I'm not going to show y'all again. I'm going to show y'all this though. Except for Chia. Chia was the only one that wasn't there. On the world's big, every Alan Wake remake was there. Old ass Alan Wake. That's on AARP. They're sipping on Metamucil right now on his his 50th year was on there and not Chia. Then you go here to people's just general interest as far as looking up stuff. Okay, this is Chia's tracking when you go to Google Trends and you're just looking at days. I'm going to show you a game that is on Stadia. Life, it's the one we just talked about. Life is Strange. True Colors. We're doing this live on air. There we go. Life is Strange, True Colors. Look at that. Life is Strange, True Colors. A game that you can play right now on Stadia. If you ain't got the technical litmuses that me and Storm have, you can play that right now on Stadia because that game is garnering more interest than Chia. Here's why I wanted to point that out, and I think why Storm is pointing this out. It's not that the game is bad or doesn't look interesting, but the clamor and the chatter that we heard over this game made it seem like that Cyberpunk 2077 wasn't coming to the platform. You know what I'm saying? Like, we lost Resident Evil 8 and Resident Evil. That's the way and the way that it's framed and stated is like, well, it's a bunch of little things that make it seem like that Stadia's shutting down. I'm here to tell you that all these platforms go through a bunch of little things all the time. Like right now, the whole Xbox community went from talking about Starfield to asking Phil Spencer why in the hell they ain't got a superhero game. They're not even talking about their own games anymore. Man. So when we try to overpurport these everyday occurrences that just make up the video game world, it makes us look silly. Chia being on the platform or not being on the platform moves the needle for Stadia not a single bit. It doesn't. So this is where I get concerned and worked up, because we see the efforts of those that want to take these little situations that are common stuff in the gaming world and say, see, look, this is sign, and therefore say that it's signs of something there is no evidence of, where there's really more evidence to the contrary. They want to take these little one-offs, like, oh yeah, well, this person said this, or I heard this and that, whatever. You got to ask yourselves as a community, when have they been right about this? Like, we've told you. Google and Alphabet doubled down on the development, and people were sucking and saying, like, yeah, right, I'll believe it when I see it. And what happened? The Stadia keynote came. Shout out to my brother Sonny Cloud Gaming. He done this 1,000 times over. And his stuff has been right. So there's one thing when you're dealing with the normal ups and downs of the gaming community, and you're like, look, I got to raise my voice about this. And you know, there's that, opposed to trying to build this mirage of something where there's no fathomable evidence to. So, and Chia is one of them. It's a shame to see the game not coming to the platform, but it does not move the needle for Stadia, whether it was here or not, at all. I'm sorry. The big ticket items are what's going on with these ports. What happened to what's with the 2K relationship? Those are the things that will raise their eyebrow, and they still don't equate to a Stadia's going down or Stadia's going out of business. We're in a rough patch, just like Xbox is now in a rough patch, because after they spent $7.5 billion and went through this whole thing and showing Starfield, all PlayStation had to do was show CGI Wolverine. Nobody cares about Starfield anymore. It's normal ups and downs in the video game world. Let's stop trying to make the ups and downs of Stadia always mean the death of Stadia, because it's not true. And those are my thoughts.
Well said, man. I appreciate it, you know. So we're going to move on to that big topic, man. We don't want Chariot Man Gaming and other people that's ready for that 2K. I see people in the chat talking 2K already. So let's really break down this NBA 2K22 situation to the best of our ability, because we don't have any inside information on what the hell is going on. So that leads us to speculate and wonder what TH is going on when it comes to 2K22 and Stadia, man. Now, MM2K, you know, we had this conversation yesterday over a phone call, today before we went live, and we didn't realize that the game released yesterday, bro.
Yeah, I forgot.
I thought, you know what? Because I'm so used to seeing like middle to late September or sometimes even early October, man. I did not know the game was supposed to come out yesterday. So when I'm looking at my brother Chariot Man Gaming, his tweet and everything on Twitter, shout out to him.
Shout out to Chariot.
I was like, wait a minute. Don't you tell me that the release date is here. The launch of this game is here and it's not on Stadia. Now I can understand the frustration that Chariot had weeks ago. And when he said the game better be on Stadia, I said, oh, damn. Now, for me,
I can dig it.
For me, y'all, I had no intent of buying the game day one. So it really didn't affect me either way. I wasn't going to, I just wasn't going to support it because of what happened with 2K21. I saw people go through that. That wasn't cool. It put a bad taste in my mouth, man. So fast forward to 2020. Why am I saying 2022? All right. So 2K22, right? And it is just not here. We haven't heard anything about it. We don't know what the communication is. I still think that the game could arrive, but if it comes too late, like some people want the game now so they can start their franchise. I'm starting to think about all of it. They want to start their franchise. They want to build their My Players and all that stuff. They want to go see what the new features are. They want to get the shooting mechanics down, the new badges and all that stuff. Whatever the case is, the park, the neighborhood, everything. That is not cool. In my opinion, man.
Yeah.
It's not cool that we're not getting a word from 2K Sports or whatever. It's not cool that we don't know, and Stadia is not going to speak up on anything they don't know. They've told us that. They've shown us that numerous times. They've even said, hey, you got to get with the developers. You know what I'm saying? Because and so with that being said, you see that I'm not even laughing. There's nothing funny about that. A game like this, not here, and it's here everywhere else. And it's there everywhere else. I mean, could this be another situation, MM2K, where, you know, they're saying Stadia is just that redheaded stepchild, we're going to get to it when we can? Or could something else be going on behind the scenes? I know it's hard to answer that, so we're going to depend on the chat too. But what are your thoughts, man?
I mean, this is all speculative because none of us know.
Right.
And, you know, even though we at times here at Stadia Dosage and PNTS Network, Storm and I, we have our sources or whatever, nobody has yet put their finger on this pulse. So we could only use educated guesses. What I think might be going on.
And then if you could look at Jinx, man, I think you might want to clarify something. Jinx.
You know what? Before I talk about, let me go and talk to Jinx. So here's the thing, Jinx. You're new to our platform. So you may not be aware of this.
But he might not be coming. He might not be coming at your neck now. He might just be saying,
No. I'm not coming. No.
I got you.
So you may not be aware of this, Jinx, but we talk about and promote games all the time that we don't play. Like, for instance, if you listen closely, Jinx, that's what you got to do here, because we pivot on facts and we talk about things in totality. We're talking about NBA 2K22, which Storm and I are not even playing. Like, if you listened earlier, you would have heard that we didn't even know the game was coming out yesterday. So it's not a game that we personally care about, but we understand how big the game is and the draw that it takes. So a game like NBA 2K22 does raise the trajectory. I'm not worried about a game that's going to bring a few people here and there. We're talking about games that are going to raise the trajectory, that are going to increase the player base significantly, what we want. It's great for the games to be there. Yes, you want your catalog volume, to be honest, at the end of the day. But what I'm saying is that the audio doesn't match the visuals. The outrage behind Tachia not being on the game does not match what Tachia can actually do for the platform. Stadia had to make a decision after SG&E was closed down, and they looked at what they were going to continue to pursue and what they weren't going to continue to pursue. And they looked at Tachia, and they know more about the game than we do, of course, because it was being developed for the platform. And they said, you know what? This is something that we feel like, because of where we're going, we're not going to continue to pursue. So until we see the game, until we see what else is coming out for Stadia towards the end of the year, I'm not going to second guess that part, because what I see from Tachia right now doesn't scream NBA 2K level. It doesn't even scream Grime levels to me. And I'm sorry. They decided to stick with Grime. There's other games. They decided to stick with Young Souls, right? And not Tachia, and not Road 69 or whatever the hell that game was. There's reasons that they did that. Let's not forget that Young Souls and what's it called? And Grime still dropped on here. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying who cares that game, forget that game. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that all of the upheaval, all of the outrage that there's being fostered over Tachia don't match what Tachia seems to be offering. That's what we're saying. And we're saying people are using that, a game like Tachia, to say Stadia is going down. No.
Yeah.
No. The rhetoric does not match the reality. So that's what we're saying. I'm not saying that, and I'm not picking on you, Jay.
No, Jinx,
you may be new to the platform.
He got it.
Yeah, but and I appreciate the question, but I just wanted to clarify where we were coming from. It's not that we would love to see every game on here, but we're saying all of the upheaval that we're seeing in regards to Tachia is not warranted.
That's what's up. And that right there, y'all, this is how we do it. This is why we need everybody in here. Shout out to Jinx for being with us in the first place. Valley Chip is in the house. Number one player on Stadia is in the building,
Valley
y'all.
Chip?
Hey, challenge our thoughts if you need to. Mm-hmm. This is what we're doing. We're opening up this conversation. I don't want to talk to MM2K. I want to talk to everybody else. You know, we talk every day.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You know, throw your thoughts out there, y'all. Let's keep this thing hot. Now, I want to highlight my brother. Shout out to Knicks We Go Hard.
Knicks.
Hopefully, you all don't see what happened to Knicks We Go Hard when he ran into me on the ranked leaderboard. Now, I don't want to highlight that. I'm going to have to stop this stream. I think this is, if it's in that stream, Knicks, I might hide that, man. I don't want people to see the thrashing that you got that day, man. Hey, Knicks knows it's all love. This is what we do. How does it say? Iron sharpens iron or whatever. MM2K. What's the saying?
Still sharpens steel. See, now you done had more Milwaukee than me now, bro. Still sharpens steel.
Still sharpens steel. I said iron. Hey, look, man, but me and Knicks, man, Valley Chip, we out here in the top 100 every year on this Madden, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to now, and it's crazy that we could say this right now. Let me just pump the brakes and say we're in the top 100 on a brand new platform, and we're playing a damn game over the cloud, y'all, in the cloud, however you want to say it. I mean, just think about that, how we're already getting used to the fact that we're just gaming. We're not even caring about gaming in the cloud right now. When we get out there on the field, you're not thinking about your latency. You're not thinking about how many megabits per second is going on and all that stuff. No, you're competing. I just wanted to throw that out there. You're competing at a high level against some of the best players on Madden, Stadia. Yes. That's crazy when you think about it, man. So shout out. But he said something about 2K21. He says, NBA 2K21, I was on top of them leaderboards. 2K left us out. When you look at that right there, they get the thumb down. They get the thumbs down for leaving people out that really wanted this game. And it's just not a good look. And it's been happening. See, I get when the people that you know, the ones that mumble and groan and complain when they were doing that, I could understand. I can understand because you want that communication. You want that clarity. I like stealth drops. I like the surprise announcements and all that stuff. But I don't want to see people get the shaft like this right here. That's not cool in any sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yep. So was the game on your radar at all, bro?
Well, Tachia wasn't on my radar
2K,
at all.
2K, yeah, 2K.
Oh, 2K. Oh, 2K. No. 2K wasn't on my radar because of and look, I had the infamous. I played the game on my first look, and for my first look members for Stadia Dosage News, we're gonna have a video today, so don't worry about it. But for my first look, I tried to play it, and it played horribly, and I was mad because and 2K just got that aura to them. So I just jumped the gun and I cursed them out. I said, "What the F is wrong with this? I'm tired of 2K not putting their love and their attention on Stadia." And so Rev hit me up. And Rev was like, "Yo, Moss, it's working fine with me. Like, bro, maybe you need to chill out a little bit. Check your blood alcohol level a little bit." I'm like, "No, Rev, there's something going on." So lo and behold, I came back to it and realized that I had my monitor on a bad hertz, and I had to come back out there, Storm, and say, "Oh man," like I apologize. But see, it's stuff like that, bro. And Rev tried to warn me. He's like, "Yo, check your blood sugar levels, man. Something wrong with you." But but it's stuff like that, Storm, that makes me that was a hell of a man. That makes me realize that what's going on is in my mind is that 2K got so lambasted from the Stadia community about not upgrading the 2K21 rosters, right? Mm-hmm. They even made it on a publication. Publication called them out for it, right? And we was all calling them out for it. Yep. And so then as a result, the first thing that we saw, Storm, was we saw that job posting that they said they were going to get a Stadia person. Someone that's that has knowledge on Stadia. But then right after that, they said they came out with their financials and their game plan for the future, and they said we're going to try to release 63 games in 5 years or something, some crazy number like that, right?
Yep.
And so I think within that planning, and they talked about they still support Stadia, But the question is, and there's a rumor that the what's it called game is coming, but the question could be, Storm, are they going to realign their focus starting off this initiative, and are they going to say, look, we're going to put games on Stadia, but we can't do a day and date because our priorities are elsewhere. And then when we do put the game on the platform, we're going to do it like how we do the Switch. If we do put the game on the platform, it's when it's going to be ready. So y'all gonna have to make y'all choice. Y'all gonna have to pick y'all poison. Y'all want it day and date and broken and messed up, or do y'all want it later when it's ready to go? You know what I'm saying? And after things like Outriders, you know what I'm saying, and other situations that we're starting to see more common now, I'd rather it come later than day and date, because I'll wait. I don't know about all of y'all, and if you can't wait, then you got to think twice about this platform, because again, it's in a position to where it's not a top money earner for these developers, so it's going to be a give and take right now in these early years. With that being said, and then also I want to throw in there, no amount of money is going to change that. See, people have this false notion that Google can just drop a bag, and when they drop the bag, they're going to say, okay, they're going to do it. No, they got to also think about, okay, if I pull resources and from Xbox's port or whatever and put it on Stadia, then I'm hampering the DLC, the other stuff that's going to make residual income for me on those bigger platforms. So there's no fathomable amount of money that Stadia can pay them for a port unless you expect them to come out of the pocket like $200 million for a port. That's not happening.
Right.
That's not happening. So, it's a give and take. So we got to think about that in these early years, and hopefully it'll get better. With that being said, that could be happening, or what the brother, I want to give my brother Bippity Bob his flowers.
Shout out.
Bippity suggested, and I think this is plausible, that maybe what they're doing is that Stadia job description was for somebody familiar with Stadia, not necessarily to put on Stadia retail, but they're going to come up with their own thing. And that's still dope for us, because if they come up with their own thing using the Stadia tech, that guarantees us, via the reliability of the Stadia tech, that we're going to get all the 2K games. That's going to be dope. And so much more. So who knows? We'll see. But it would help a lot, Storm, if somebody was a little bit more transparent about this. And I'm going to shut up after I say this. I go back to something that Bill from NerdNet said that I think was 1,000% true. Something that Stadia has to think about if they're not thinking about hard enough. Or when they're working with the developers. When you keep things this close to the vest, everything this close to the vest, people speculate and make their own realities. So you got to pick your poison. When it comes to, I think, big franchises like this, it probably would benefit them a little bit more if they were a little more transparent on what was going on.
Yeah.
Those are my thoughts.
Hellified thoughts too, by the way, man. So I want to go back to this game real quick, man. Madden is it's the truth, right? So right now you see me playing my brother Wolfgang, man. Wolfgang is ranked number 10 right now. Valley Chip ranked number 1 right now. I'm ranked 31 or something like that. But when we collide, like I said, here's an example of it right on the screen. We're on here. We're competing now. Wolfgang, if this is that Wolfgang, man, I don't have my bifocals on, so hold on one second.
I can't see.
Let me see. Is this the game? I know you used the jack.
Oh, yeah, that's Wolfgang.
Yeah. So
no. If Wolfgang is Nick's, is that Nick's?
Yeah, it's Nick's. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, no. I never played Nick's.
No, you don't want to play Nick's yet. Trust me, you don't want to play them boys.
I played Larry the Gamer Guy. The Gamer Guy whooped my ass.
Yeah, you don't want to play them boys in the top. I'm telling you right now, they got too many hours in MM2K. But you'll get there one day, man. I'm telling you, we just got to hit that field together, hit that lab. But as y'all can see right now, I'm messing with the settings, showcasing that it's in 8K, 60 desktop settings and all that stuff, variable refresh rate on, and all these things that I talk about. The cloud gaming, man, makes everything so cool. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. I got an 8K display for anybody that don't know. That's why you see me in the settings. Nick's We Go Hard should have destroyed me. I think he was being nice because he beat me like the last 2 or 3 times we met. Valley Chip too. I haven't beaten Valley Chip yet. But it gets super competitive out here. So for anybody that's wanting to play Madden 22, free weekend. Free weekend is happening right now. Just click a link. You sign up for Stadia if you don't have it yet. You click the link that says whatever, try now for free or whatever. and then you're on the field in a matter of minutes.
Yes.
Now that's crazy, man. You don't have to download the damn game. You could be out there playing against me, Knicks We Go Hard, Valley Chip, and others out there in minutes. That's why we play on Stadia. So that's why we get upset when certain things are not the way it should be in our eyes as consumers. You know, that's what it's all about, y'all. We want to see this platform evolve. No other cloud gaming platform is letting you do this right here. Madden 22 at 60 FPS at 8K desktop settings. That's just my desktop settings on my PC, y'all, which makes everything looks clean. It's crazy out here, y'all. This is why we rock with Stadia and won't stop. Now, MM2K, we could go different directions, man.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to go PlayStation Showcase, my friend, or do you want to go Luna Couch? Which one do you want to go?
Let's talk about that Luna Couch. Let's talk about that Luna Couch.
It is. So
let's get everybody's angst out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that Luna Couch.
There it is. So once you get it up on the screen, because it should be, I dropped the link or whatever. So once it's up there, and I will see it.
No! I got that's the wrong link. Hold on.
I dropped it in there. It's like a purple.
Oh, there
something.
It goes.
Yeah, there. Okay, let me go ahead and highlight that one for the people. And we are good. All right, so 1, 2, 3, shebang. All right,
shebang.
Do you want to read this with my brother, or you know? I don't care. You know me. I
can read it.
Okay, go ahead.
Luna's Couch feature enables co-op play even if your friends aren't subscribers. The service is also expanding Fire tablets and Chromebooks.
And who dropped Luna's this article? We got to highlight him. Who dropped it?
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, shout out to Engadget. Shout out to them. Bonafasic. I don't know. I'm
all right.
Mr.
Shout
IB.
Shout out.
Dr. IB. with Luna's 1-year anniversary quickly approaching, Amazon is expanding the places where you can access the platform. Starting today, the cloud gaming service is available on Fire tablets and Chromebooks. With the expansion, Amazon is also introducing new hardware bundles you can buy to get access to the service without any invitation from the company. One option is to spend $99 to buy a Fire TV stick, 4K Max, and a Luna controller. 2 other new bundles allow you to get a Fire HD 10 tablet or a Fire HD 8 tablet with a controller for $156 or $116 respectively. New hardware bundles aren't the only way Amazon hopes to attract new subscribers to Luna. The company is also introducing a feature called Luna Couch. If you find yourself playing a game, such a Team Sonic Racing that includes support for local cooperative play. You can invite one of your friends to play with you over the internet, and even if they don't have their own Luna subscription.
Wow.
The invite process involves creating a session code you share with your friend. If you want to play on PC or Mac, they'll need to input the code online. Otherwise, on every other supported device, you input the code through the Luna app. So, yeah, there's that, man. That's what it is.
Well,
you want me to keep reading? Or
nah, that's enough right there. That's enough to end Stadia. That's enough.
Yep.
The end
it's over, folks.
Is nigh. Stadia's doom. I've heard this already, y'all. You know, we know we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna mess around. You know what I mean? But I've heard somebody say that this right here is enough to end Stadia. This is enough to make Stadia look stupid for not having features like this or not thinking about this, not having the foresight, right? But when I started reading this, man, MM2K, I'm not going to lie, man. When it came to that paragraph that said one option is to spend $99 to buy a Fire Stick TV 4K, I got hyped. I was like, 4K finally is here. Finally is here. Because Luna, it runs pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. It runs very good. In fact, but it's like when you play with the sliders, as you always say, you start putting things on high and ultra settings and stuff like that. It's just not going to work as well. You know, that's why they don't have 4K gaming right now on Luna. I'm just, which is a whole nother conversation, MM2K, but I'm trying not to get into that one, man. Luna, xCloud, PS Now. The hell is going on, y'all? What is Google out here? Is Google the only ones capable of doing 4K? I'm so tired of Stadia having all the shine when it comes to 4K and nobody else could talk about it. I'm so tired of it. Can y'all please do something about it so that Stadia can go to the next level? Please. So they can go to 4K 120 or 4K 144 or something, man. Please make Stadia make a move. Please. I'm getting tired of it. I'm so tired of playing at 4K 60 all the time and nothing else can compare. And I got to it's just crazy. I'm trying to be funny, but at the same time, y'all, I am really sick of Imagine me playing on Stadia, y'all, and then I got to go backward to 1080p. I mean, I just think about that. Me, Project Storm, 82-inch, 8K display.
Yep.
I'm playing on Stadia. Everything is crispy, and then let me get on Luna, man. Let me get on this X Cloud. Let me get on this GeForce Now. Can you imagine me having to pretend like this look just as good as Stadia, boy? I'm trying to tell you. That's not cool. So I got hyped for a minute, MM2K, when I saw all of that right there. But that means that's a good those are good bundles. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? You got to give it to them. They're starting to flex their muscles a little bit in the area of planning and releasing features and all that stuff. We know that this is we knew it was gonna happen. We want it to happen because competition, iron sharpens steel. You know, So, but the Luna couch thing is cool and everything. But I can't see myself really utilizing it, man. I now listen to me carefully. I can see other people taken advantage of this, like people with kids that's in college, out of state, whatever, family members or whatever that you don't see all the time. You want to jump into again, friends, co-workers, whatever. I could see the allure of it, but for me, it's really not a big deal. But some people are making it again. They're making it seem like a big deal, man. I guess it is. Let me shut the hell up, man, because sometimes my mouth can get me in trouble. All right? No, I mean, all I'm saying is this is not a feature that's going to disrupt what Stadia is doing. It's not going to make Stadia look bad in any kind of way. So I don't understand, bro. Team Sonic Racing, couch co-op, you got to send the code out and everything and all that for somebody to jump in and all right, that's cool. I guess that's cool, man. What are your thoughts on it? Let me shut the hell up because to me, it's not. I'd rather have Stream Connect and all of those features on Stadia. Yeah. I'll just say that.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this. The whole concept right now at this moment of Luna Couch is like going to a fast food joint and getting endless fries where the fries are soggy and not that tasty. Man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if I go and I say, you know what? Billy Dean's Burger Shack has endless fries. McDonald's is done because McDonald's fries, they're done. Got endless fries. I mean, yeah, that's a dope concept. And it would be dope if McDonald's gave out endless fries, but that feature or that commodity is with something that just really ain't that bumping right now. So you need to, listen to Larry David and curb your enthusiasm just a little bit. What I see so often in this community, Storm, and again, I hate to be the old guy wagging my fist, telling people to get off my lawn, out my window, but I see a lot of matured leapfrogging. You know what I'm saying? Like there's levels to this. So again, Doc is really going to sue me. So
what? I was just thinking about it, man. But it's just a catchy line. Can't help but say I say it all the time too.
It's a cool feature, but we got to look at everything in totality. It's a cool feature with a set of games that really, Stadia gets dogged for its lineup. Yeah. But you got a set of games over at Luna that ain't more appealing than what's over at Stadia. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're offering them in bundles, people aren't flocking to these games over here at Luna. What's it called? You know what I'm saying? On Luna. So again, it's a great gimmick. It's a great feature that, eventually you would hope that McDonald's gets endless fries too. But the quality of Dean's Burger Shack fries, it don't even matter if they got endless fries because the quality ain't bringing nobody to the shop anyway. It might garner some attention. And what do I mean by that? Let me show you something.
Oh boy!
We got to bring truth.
All right, let me put it up there. Hold on, I'm gonna put it up there for the people. Hold on, one sec.
We got to bring truth to the light.
There it is.
This is Amazon Luna it's tracking since the announcement was made in Stadias. Now, we're going to sit here and be hyperbolic and say this is going to kill Stadia. We're going to see track lines where they really override Stadia. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you're going to see people flocking to this. This look like Stadia's in red as far as trending. Amazon is in blue. All that announcement made Luna at the moment as interesting in what Stadia is at the moment. Stadia is on a downward trend at the moment, and this is the best that Luna could do. Again, I say it to sound like a broken record at the moment. You're going to see this blue track line go down. It's going to go down for Amazon. It's going to caper off and go back to where it was. I'm sorry. That's just the way that it is. So it kind of reminds me last year, Stormer, when people were like, oh, that whole thing with Alex Hutchinson, Stadia's it's gonna need months to recover from that. And I said, no, there's nothing in the numbers that shows that. Stop being emotional. Stop being hyperbolic about this stuff. Please take a moment and calm yourself and make an educated pivot from this stuff. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Oh, no. Alex Hutchinson doomed Stadia. And a couple days later, everybody had to say, you know what? Yeah, it doesn't look like. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
Maybe we were a little bit, you know. So the same thing is, it's a cool feature, it's great, but there's nothing really behind the service in addition. Like if they would have said, I'm gonna tell you this. If they would have said Amazon Luna got couch co-op and is getting Fortnite, okay, then we talking, you know what I'm saying? Then we got another thing coming. Or Amazon Luna is getting couch co-op and they're getting Call of Duty and it's going to work with Call of Duty. But see, this couch co-op is only effective with so many games. You can't do it with the Ubisoft games. That's why they won't answer me. You can't do it. It's not available with everything. You know what I'm saying? It's only select games and it's none of the Ubisoft games. So again, it's a great implementation. It's great that we're hearing from Amazon. They're tracking a lot higher than they have recently because they've been radio silent. But as you can see, the trends are already starting to go down. They're already starting to go down. So, like, and then we look back further. Immediately after the one of the peaks of the announcement, Stadia automatically started trending back up, and it's up and down for both. Then it's a continued up and down for both of them. So again, this announcement didn't have like an overwhelming impact to where that rhetoric matches the reality. It's a cool feature. Stadia does need to implement it to garner, you know what I'm saying, to have something new technology-wise out there. It would be cool for it to happen. But did Amazon revolutionize cloud gaming to a point to where now people are going to be bursting through the doors to come to Luna? No. It garnered some hype. People will try it out for a little bit, and then they'll go about their business like they was until Amazon get something in the lineup that really draws heads, you know. Yep. And we got a potential that we're going to talk about later, but that's what it is. Another reality check.
Yeah. So I'm noticing this trend that we've been following since Stadia's launch on November 19th, MM2K. And that trend is, when is Stadia going to die?
Yeah, exactly.
Every little move has killed Stadia. And yet Stadia is still here. You're watching me play my brother Wolfgang right now. You see how I came back on him, right? This is what we do out here. I was live streaming this at the time. I said, I got to focus up, man. I can't let him get me again. I do think that he eased back on the defense and let me score. I don't care what he tries to tell me. He let me win this game, bro. I know. I played the brother too many times. I know. Now that he said it was the Jaguars, I don't know. But anyway, I'll take it. So here's the deal, though, man. The trend. Every little thing that happens on xCloud front, it just kills Stadia. Everything that happens on GeForce Now, it kills Stadia. The GeForce Now has more games. Stadia can't compete. I'm worried about them, right? Everything, PS Now is not really making a whole lot of noise, but if they do something, they move to 1080p. Oh, what does this mean for Stadia? Like,
Yeah.
It has to feel good to be a stadium right now. It has to feel good, like it, because nobody ever hated on the D head. I'll just leave it like that. Fill in the blank. You know what I mean? Nobody ever hated on the D head, right? So Stadia right now is that dude at the prom with 2 girls on both sides, you know, and all that stuff, and everybody's watching it, and he has the Ferrari outside, and people are gonna naturally hate. It's just my opinion. This is how it seems. This is how the canoe people and the naysayers make me feel. Stadia's making so many moves that people want it dead. I don't need to have. I really don't have to say anything else after that. If Stadia was a nothing burger, if it was a non-factor for real, people wouldn't talk about Stadia.
Yeah, they wouldn't talk about it.
They definitely wouldn't leave and then continue to talk about the platform if the platform still didn't have life, man. It would just be a nothing. Like nobody's talking about Luna until now. And I like Luna. I still pay my $6 a month like the next person, right? Can jump into a game at any time that I want to play. I just need Luna to do a little bit better than Stadia. But it's just real. It's interesting. So with that being said, are we going to continue to see this until Stadia dies, man?
Well, yes, we are. We're going to see it because there's 2 forces at play. Number one, there are people on the periphery that are afraid of cloud gaming and they want it to go. So they're the same people that when Xbox was doing the DRM in 2013, they said that digital games were horrible and they wanted digital games to go, you know, and now everybody's buying digital games. Several years from now, those same people that hate cloud gaming will be utilizing cloud gaming on a regular basis. So you have that dynamic. Then also what you have people that claim or quote unquote in the community or whatever that say that Stadia is, doomed because they wanted Stadia to compete with Xbox and PlayStation. And I guess that the notion that they have to compete with Xbox and PlayStation right now, they have to prove that point. Like the evidence has been shown. This is just a 1% business. They're trying to grow whatever. And they're like, and they just got to prove their point. You know what I mean? So they're going to continue to try to prove their point until they feel there's something that's released out there that helps create that narrative. And they try all the time. They get themselves hyped up only to be let down. But what has to happen ultimately is if you're a gamer and you come to social media, whatever, to grow your knowledge, you gotta be reasonable and say, yeah, with people that echo in these sentiments, it's always a swing and a miss. Like maybe I need to look elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? So I like I said yesterday, I can't even get mad at them anymore, Storm. I made a plea with people yesterday, don't come to me and say, MM2K, you need to go confront this person. No, they're doing what they're doing, and I can't blame them. It's effective because you keep coming to them. You got to ultimately wise up and say, if I'm coming for facts, and every time these people say something, what they say is going to happen doesn't come to fruition, then maybe I need to change something. So, Stadia is fine. It's going to have its ups and downs. It's on the right trajectory. I do stats with one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life.
Shout out,
Jack Deslip. It's on the right trajectory, but it's going through a rough spot. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll come out of the rough spot, Storm, and people, this is the greatest thing ever, and then it'll get back in a rough spot. That's just gaming. It doesn't mean it's the end.
You're right, absolutely. So I got to make a phone call real quick.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
No, I'm not leaving. Give me 15 seconds, man.
Oh, I got you.
I'm about to call. No.
You got to call YouTube?
No. I don't have to call YouTube right now. Not yet. But shout out to Blue Fire for being one of the recent subscribers out here. I did have something set up. I had Eris Morin from Destiny 2, and I have her talking, and she says a line of dialogue, man, every time somebody subscribes. But I can't be MM2K and Clive Illenden, man. I can't. I tried and John Scott. I tried to be him. I realized I got to be Project Storm, man. 4K, 8K. That's me. I can't get out here and be fancy, y'all. I try my best. But I appreciate everybody that recently hit that subscribe button. feel free to go ahead and do the same thing. All I do is subscribe back. But let me call the PNTS go-getters.
He's in the go-getters.
Hello? Hey, yeah. This is Project Storm from the SML Podcast. I'm here with MM2K, and is this the driver for the PNTS Network go-getters? Are you driving the van right now? Hey, Ron Slusher is in the chat.
Yes.
Ron Slusher's in the chat. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
I need you to go get him. I also need you to swing back by. I need you to pick up Geek the Sneak.
Yes.
Right? And I need you to go pick up MJ Parks. I know they do the thing over there. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? For the code of Stadia. But I need you to pick up MJ Parks, Michelle and John. Put both of them in there. All right. I need you to get Valley Chip. I need you to pick up Valley Chip so I can hold him in here in front of the 8K and show me all his plays. I need you to pick these individuals up, and I'll give you another list a little bit later on. Bloop. Here it is, y'all. The PNTS Network Go-Getters van might be around your way. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to pick up these individuals.
Pick them up.
Pick them up.
Pick them up.
So look, I know you like that one though. You like that one, didn't you, Moss? Yeah, you can tell when he does. You can tell when he's tickled and everything. You over there with a can of Old Milwaukee in one hand. You know what I'm saying? What you got in your other hand? Controller.
I got Old Milwaukee, and you got me crying over here, brother. I got a towel in the other hand, man. Hey, yo, I saw Ron Slusher's comment. I wanted to get to it, but you know I was in my zone. But Ron Slusher hit it right on the head, man. He said, Luna's not free. GFN is not free. xCloud is not free. Shadow is not free. Stadia is free. And I get it. You get to give your friend a code to get access to it. But Stadia is free to try. Like, I can actually go play a game on Stadia continuously with no time limits. For free.
Right.
That's great.
So we're gonna get it. Oh, go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say,
time, bro. I ain't cutting you off.
Oh no. I need to shut the hell up so we can move on. But I'm just gonna say, as it relates to this, it's a cool feature and all. But as far as it's taking over, not with just this, no. Endless fries with soggy fries ain't the lick. So
that's it, y'all. That's all we're saying. All these features are dope, man. Crowd choice, crowd play, and all that stuff came out. People said, when is it coming out of beta and all that? But now, y'all, we can't make this up. But here we go, man. Next, we're gonna get into that big old Brontosaurus. We'll call it the Brontosaurus. It's bigger than the elephant, man. This right here is the PlayStation Showcase, man. Woo! I have some things to say, and it's gonna be on both sides of the fence. It's gonna be good, and it's gonna be bad. I don't know. Let's just get into it, man. Let me highlight it real quick for the people. No, that's right here when I did the internet connection test, man. Okay, I always do that live stream. I do the internet connection test so y'all can see the results and everything. You know, I like to showcase all the donuts, all the sausages happening behind the scene, right? So, but let me pull this up real quick, y'all. One sec. We got the boom and we got the boom. All right, so did you pull up the next one? The PlayStation. We don't need to pull that up. Yeah, I'm tripping. We don't need to pull that up.
Yeah, because I don't think we even.
We don't have anything on that anyway. Okay. So here we go. All right, so the PlayStation Showcase just occurred. It was a hell of a show. You know, I went back and I watched some of those things in 4K because I'm one of those guys that wait. Who else? Raise your hand if you wait for the 4K update to come out before you watch it, man. I got it bad. I can't lie, man. I didn't watch it live, bro, because it was in 1080p. I did because see what happens is I did that with the last one when they first showcased Horizon Forbidden West, right? And I was like, yo, remember I put all the tweets out there like, man, this is looking kind of medium. You know what I'm saying? It's looking like 1.5. I put that out there based on what I saw at 1080p. This is another reason why 4K is so important to me. Bro. It's like you putting, I don't want to disrespect nobody, so I make up a fake name. Well, we'll go Esther from Fred Sanford. We'll go Esther from Fred Sanford up against Halle Berry in X-Men. In X-Men. X-Men Halle Berry. It's like, so from 1080p, that's how it feels for me going from 1080p to 4K. All right, now look. The The showcase was dope. They dropped some big games. You already know what the games are. If you don't know, they talked about some things like Spider-Man. They announced that. Knights of the Old Republic remake. One of my favorite games, y'all, that I really don't talk about that much. Knights of the Old Republic. I made it like 90% through the game, never finished it. So now I get a chance to do that. But I need to buy that PS5. We got to keep this in mind. I need to drop that 500 or 400 on a PS5. So MM2K, when it's your turn, I want to see if you're going to get into any of the price stuff and all that. But then we also, you know, they dropped Wolverine. I saw that much. Some other games that I might forget, so help me, MM. Spider-Man, I know Spider-Man, Wolverine, the Knights of the Old Republic, God of War. We already knew that was going to be shown because we talked about that one. It was just time for them to show some. They showed a little bit of gameplay and everything. They showed some nice cinematics. They showed new characters. They showed Thor up in there, man. I mean, and that generated a buzz. I was excited. My son didn't know that Wolverine was coming. And Insomniac they just do big things. I thought Resistance was going to be up there. I want them to make another Resistance. It might not happen. But Wolverine, when I saw that trailer, I said, yo, I know this is not Wolverine. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I was with you, bro.
Yo, I watched it, and I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't seen it, but I was blown away by that. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like, damn, that's how you do it. Insomniac, Marvel, Spider-Man, Wolverine. What? Are you serious? Yep. So I'm looking forward to that one, no matter when it comes. But there is that flip side, though, about that date. But I'll talk about it in a minute. So I told my son, yo, guess what? I had him come out here. I turned this back to the screen so he couldn't see me typing in YouTube. Yo, he turned around, 9 years old, right? Turned around, went crazy out here. Went crazy when he saw the Wolverine. He knew who it was immediately as soon as he saw the shirt and everything. Is that Wolverine? Went crazy, bro. It was a dope thing. So now I got to get him, a.k.a. Santa. Which really, I be telling them like, man, I'm Santa, you know what I mean? But I don't want to spoil it or whatever. Anyway, so now as a PS5 is about to come into the home if I'm lucky, you know what I mean? Maybe two of them. But that's what that showcase did. But on the other side, those release dates that we get on Xbox about, you know what I mean? 2023. I don't know when the release date for Wolverine is slated, but I know for Spider-Man 2 is 2023, right?
Yeah, for Spider-Man 2, 2023.
So what does that mean to you, and how can you correlate that with Stadia not having exclusives? What's your thoughts on that? Because, see, if we had gotten exclusive games on Stadia, you better believe some of those would be coming in 2023 and beyond. So what are your thoughts, man?
Well, here's the thing, man. Like, just to give PlayStation their flowers, you got to understand, you're dealing with companies that have been doing this for decades. They have established relationships that have been around for a long, long time, which means it's easier for them to pick up the phone and work things out to where a 2K22 don't leave, even if numbers are low on the platform. You know what I'm saying? Like, Stadia still has to work this out. Google still has to figure how, as a company, has to figure out how this works. Even though they have entities there that know how to do this. Like, I truly feel that Tachia, how it landed on PlayStation and Epic, is I think Phil Harrison picked up the phone and said, look, man, we're going one way. We're going a different way. We got this great looking game, though, Yoshida, because him and Yoshida's real close. They signed Naughty Dog. Phil Harrison discovered them. Him and Yoshida signed Naughty Dog to PlayStation when he was over there. A lot of people don't know that. So I feel that he called Yoshida up and said, Yoshida, look, I know you're in the indie game division. Here goes one for you. And then they worked it out where it was between them and Epic. And he did a good thing. They're doing a lot of good things with these game companies that they don't retain. You know what I'm saying? Or these games they don't retain. So with that being said, but they don't have that relationship across the board with everybody. So what you're seeing with PlayStation is stuff that relationships they were able to cultivate last gen, years ago, a decade ago. Stadia just came out in 2019. So even though they would have dropped when Jake Raymond said, you weren't going to see our version of Breath of the Wild as far as anticipation and caliber of game, you weren't going to see that for 5 years. That's like, I think she said that in 2020. So that's not until 2025 Storm. We would have still seen exclusives, but we wouldn't have seen anything that was at the ground level that we saw with Xbox and PlayStation until 2025. Mm-hmm. So I think when people look at that and say, oh, see, that's why Stadia needs these exclusives up here, because they garner a lot of anticipation. Y'all got to understand that Stadia is not going to have those, even if they started at launch, or when they first started SG&E, if SG&E never closed, you're not going to see a God of War level game from Stadia for like 7-8 years at best, maybe 10.
Mm-hmm.
So Stadia looked at that and said, all that investment we got to make, and we still don't have Call of Duty, we still ain't got Fortnite. Yep. Like, that's just not a good. And then it might fail, because even 7, 8, 9, 10 years from now, we still might not be a mainstream way to game. Y'all got to understand, people make decisions, even with console. People make decisions and say, you know what? I'm either not going to launch my next big exclusive, or I'm going to make my exclusive cross-gen because of the numbers.
Right.
Because I got to get back what I put in to an extent. You know what I'm saying? I got to do it in some shape, form, or fashion. And so what you're expecting Stadia to do is invest $200, $250. We heard Halo cost $500 million to create and market. $500 million. You're asking Stadia to now step on that same stage, invest $500 million, put 7 to 8, 10 years in it, and then 7 to 8, 10 years from when they started developing the game, it only be a 20% business, and they only get like a fraction of what they put into it. It's just simple math. It doesn't make sense right now. They can't compete at that level right now. Before they can compete at that level, they got to get their numbers up. I don't want to put the link back up here, but Yoshida, the world's #1 console company, told y'all that only 4 out of every 10 exclusive makes money. And that's with them having numbers at hundreds of millions or 100 million and plus. So Stadia being part of a 1% business, maybe having 20 million people, putting $200 million in the game with only a 20 million reach, where PlayStation and Xbox have to strategize and say, oh, even though I got 100 million reach or 50 million reach, I got to, maybe we release it years later from launch or whatever. They're making difficult decisions, and they got the numbers. Stadia ain't got the numbers, and you're expecting them to do the exact same. It doesn't make sense right now, and that's what Stadia said. They're looking at what Amazon's going through. Its 15th beta release for New World. Nobody knows if it's coming to Luna or nobody knows anything. And they're like, we're better off making sure that we listen to the people. People keep speaking up, Storm, and they keep saying, we want Call of Duty here. We want Fortnite. We want Overwatch. We want this. This is what gets people excited about our platform. That's what we need to invest in. And to me, that makes more sense. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
As a numbers guy, I'm sorry, it just makes more sense.
Man, with that being said, I agree with you, bro. I do. I like your thoughts on everything, man. It's been a hell of a ride so far. But y'all, we got like a few more minutes left, and then we want to you do want to take a couple phone calls today, man? You want to open up phone lines a little bit?
Damn, that time.
Because listen, it did fly by so much. So we're going to talk about Jack Buser. You already know, if you haven't heard already. Jack the Mack Buser has taken on a new role or whatever. He'll be moving over to Google Cloud. And we don't necessarily have to highlight it MM2K, because we broke it down on SSC Podcast episode. You remember the episode?
We broke it down on SSC Podcast. I think it was episode 73.
Yeah, 73. You can go and find that on the Stadia Doses News channel right here on YouTube. Go, and we had a hell of a time with Clive Illenden from the Stadia community, y'all. It was a hell of a discussion, as always, when he's around. So check that out if you want to see the thorough breakdown. But Jack Buser, man, having the experience that he has, the Mack. I gave him the nickname, the Mack. Jack the Mack Buser, man. And I call him the Mack because he I didn't realize the guy was responsible for so much stuff, man. Like he was in the mix with getting PlayStation Now together and PlayStation Plus and what else? PlayStation Home and things like that. So I always say when it comes to him and Phil Harrison, these guys know a lot of people. When you know a lot of people, when people can respect you or whatever the case is, I'm assuming they have to be respected or else we would hear about it if they weren't. If you build networks and relationships like that, you're probably going to be able to pull in some developers, some publishers and stuff like that to your platform. And that seems like what they're doing right here. MM2K, it's a feel-good story because this is what we've been saying so many times, man. PNTS Network, we've been saying this. Like, we can see them integrating. It's Google. So when you look at the Xbox ecosystem, how people are like, xCloud is just an extension of Xbox and all that stuff. I'm like, yo, Google is Google. So you think Google Cloud, machine learning, all that stuff is not going to be integrated together, YouTube gaming and all that? So what are your thoughts on that right now, man, so we can move on to the Stadia Pro deals, my brother?
I think Jack's move was integral to Stadia. I talked about it in my one-on-one. Go check it out on Stadia Dosage, or not one-on-one, but my open mic. I use my experience to where I think people that just are ignorant to how things work in the Fortune 500 world think that he was pilfered to let Stadia go. That doesn't look that way. I gave similar situations. So Stadians, I think this is a good thing to celebrate.
Yeah, they say that they're investing in this thing and that gaming is their
multiple times.
And that's their focus, y'all. You hear what I'm saying? Now, a move like this, I'm sure this move shook people up. And we did have something I wanted to highlight from 9 to 5 Google. They broke down their thoughts on it, and they said the same thing that I kind of hinted at in episode 73 of the SSC podcast, where I highlighted what this means for Stadia. Jack,
I got it up on the screen.
Oh, okay. Let me pull it up real quick so that people know what the deal is. Hold on one second. And that, you know, it's just a hell of a move all around, man. It shows that you don't want to play with the G, man. Hold on. Let me put it up. And so you don't want to mess around with a company like Google. They're in it. They have deep pockets like a Microsoft and others out there, Amazon. So you got to assume that they can drop these resources and stuff, and they could pull in the right talent to make things happen. Stadia is just a new platform, y'all. I mean, they have to learn. We've always said that. They've said it. Jack Buser said it himself. It's not going to happen overnight. But it's just good to see this, and it should be a reassuring sign. But right here, do you have it up right here? I need to make it full screen. Yeah. Hold on 1 second, because I do want to highlight that. Let's see. It says Jack Buser. I know there was this one part. Keep going down. Go down some more. Go down some more real quick. Right here. Let's see. Man, it was a fact that they broke it down. They broke down his experience or whatever. I don't know if this is the right one.
Oh, okay.
They broke down that he was with PlayStation Now and all of that stuff.
Oh no,
it may be another one. But anyway, you all get the point. Even 9 to 5, I think, or The Verge. It might have been The Verge. I don't know. We have so many articles in there to share, y'all. But they broke it down. They broke all what that experience could mean, and the fact that Stadia is doubling down and doing everything that the source has said, our anonymous source, and man, it's just looking positive right now. It's looking positive. It's looking like they're getting ready to back this platform, and they will be at the forefront. They will be at the forefront of this cloud gaming thing, and why wouldn't they be when there's so many billions to attain, man? Like, does it make sense to you?
Yeah, so that makes absolute sense. Yep.
Yeah. So then we do have. Now, did you want to share anything before I move on to these games, man? Because time caught us slipping today. I can't even lie to you.
No, I think that. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, there's no way to negatively spin this. They mentioned Stadia multiple times. This is good. You want somebody familiar with the product to now have a higher role. So yeah,
gotcha.
I think it's going to look good. Yep.
Yes, sir. So, with that being said, the Stadia Pro now it's going to be hard to highlight all the games that's on sale because we have claimed so many that once you claim them, it just says claimed. I would like to see the price still be listed, and I know other people have brought that up before. And is there a workaround that you know of that you still can see the price on those games that we've claimed already?
Not that I know of. Yeah,
or purchased?
Unfortunately, not.
So
Yeah.
believe me, you want to take a look in the Stadia store. It's free to sign up. We don't have to highlight each and everything all the time. We could send you in the right direction, but you want to go to stadia.com. You type in the URL. It'll take you to where you need to go to sign up. Real simple. Gmail account. If you have one, you're going to be golden. If you don't, it only takes a matter of seconds to a minute to sign up for one, right? But there's so many games, and I'm talking about things I saw for like Rainbow Six, Siege Deluxe Edition for $6. Stuff like this, man. There's so many out there. And now we do want to try to open up the phone lines for a couple callers, MM2K, and if we don't get any callers, we're going to continue to do our thing and close out, So
Yep.
How can the people call in?
All right. So what you're going to want to do is call 724-739-3612. Again, the phone number to call in is 724-739-3612. Let me make sure. Did I?
Yeah, because I won't remember it. That's for sure.
724-739-3612. Right? Yeah, 724-30. Yep. So go ahead, call in, y'all. If y'all want to talk and give your thoughts on anything that we've talked about today or anything in gaming that's gaming related.
And while we're waiting on that, if anybody decides to, some of these featured deals I have on screen, and if I'm not mistaken, they include Little Nightmares 2. I've already claimed that, Legend of the Keepers, Career of a Dungeon Manager, man, Jotun or Jotun or whatever, however you want to pronounce it. Tohu is $10.49 US.
Oh, we got a phone call.
Let's go.
All right. You're live with MM2K, Project Storm. Who is it that we're talking to? Our good friend.
Holly Berry. How's it going?
Holly Berry in the house. What's going on?
What's up, Holly?
What up? So I'm going to have to do this. I don't know if you guys talked about it because I've been falling in and out of sleep because I had the today off, so I was sleeping in.
I hear that.
So I'm going to bring up the 3060 thing with Life is Strange.
All right. Talk about it, brother.
I'm just going to let everyone know it is not just a Stadia thing. It is across all platforms.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, that's
only
important.
Only platform that, yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you, where did you try that? Don't tell me the PS5.
Oh, exactly, the PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X. I saw someone play it on GFN 30. What else? PC 60. A lot of game coverage. I saw trailers I saw with 60, so even the marketing was kind of misleading on the game.
I'll leave it to Square Enix.
See, and that's what I said.
Leave it to
Gmail.
No, it's
listen.
not Square Enix. It's Deck. Huh?
No, I saw at the bottom when I was looking through it, I saw Square Enix somehow. Like they were, it was in the notes or whatever at the bottom before I purchased the game. So I'm not sure what their role was, but I know it was listed at the bottom.
They're just the publisher. It's
right.
The developer's Deck 9.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it's them. I think they just didn't optimize the game.
Yeah,
but hold on. Let me say this real quick. But no, G Million, what we're noticing with the last two big Square Enix games, that even though they're the publisher, these games aren't optimized across the board. And maybe it's a situation where they needed more time. COVID hit them hard or whatever. And Square Enix is like, no, screw that. Put the game out there. So I just look at commonality and
issue,
you know what I'm saying, commonalities and patterns and things. And I'm seeing Square Enix come out more often than not in these situations. But wow.
True.
Go ahead. Go ahead, G.
But like games like, let's just say Tomb Raider, even let's see, Marvel's Avengers, you know, ran pretty decent. It could have been better.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy VII Remake ran pretty good on the PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm.
Outriders, that's a different story.
Right.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
Yeah. Well, what I was
It could be a mixture of both. I'm leaning towards Deck 9 on that. I think they just chose to lock the frame rate at 30.
Man,
on that one, and I think it's gonna bite them in the ass with a lot of game coverage.
If it's even at 30 right now, G Millie, I'm telling you, that was it was the blurriest headache-inducing experience I've had in a minute. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So, and it took me MM2K.
Yeah.
How many seconds did it take me to tell you that, man? I asked him, I said,
about a good minute.
I said, yo, you ready for me to move this camera? Because that's all it takes. I was like, yo, all right. He said, yeah, go ahead and do it. I moved the camera instantly. Boom, man, this is 30 FPS. Not only 30 FPS, but one of the most unoptimized games I've seen in a long time. So for you to call in, say what you said, it makes me feel like I know a little something about FPS, but I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were probably at the beginning of the game when you just got off the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And you noticed that, right?
Yeah, there were a few hiccups at first before when it smoothed out, then I noticed all the blurry 30 or whatever.
Gotcha. Yeah. So once you get like further on in the game, I'm pretty much on chapter 2. It smooths out, but like in the beginning of the game, a lot of people that played it on the PS5 complained about it running at like 20, like
yes,
like the first part of chapter 1, but once you get further in the game, it smooths out a bit. I don't know why, but I think they just made the beginning of the game like really, really pretty for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, okay.
Anything could have happened.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, brother. Makes a lot of sense of what's going on, man. That's crazy.
Yep, I'll let someone else call in for 30 minutes.
Man, we appreciate you. Now we don't have 30 today. Me and my bro got some things to take care of, but we lost track of time. But G Millie, man, I appreciate you, man. Make sure you get some rest. Make sure you get on that PS5 and stream something, man. You know, drop a link to the channel if you decide to go live today, so people know where to find you.
Be streaming chapter 2 on Life is Strange. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
There it is.
Okay, there it is. All right. Well, thanks, G Million, for calling in. That was an important thing to take into consideration. So thank you for dropping that dime for us, man. All right, brother. You too. All right, that's dope stuff, man. I think will we take one more call or?
Yeah, one more call. If somebody
we'll take one more call. If somebody call in,
keep on calling out some of these numbers. Unless you had something to do, I had Murders by Numbers for $750, all USD. Hello Neighbor, I think it's one of these. I see this is one of those games that's out there, man. There's so many other games that's on sale right now, so you got to go and check that out if you're interested in sales. If you like sale prices, then it's out there for you.
Yep. Well, with that said, man, a lot of great stuff out there. I got a huge backlog, Storm, so I got to get to that. And then look, we still got great games like Division 2 that look, if you want, can I put something on the screen real quick, Storm?
Go ahead. No problem.
Let me if you want to go to the Moss
Let's
View.
see. I'm gonna go there right now.
Oh, we got one more phone call.
All right.
Hello, you're live with MM2K Project Storm. Who's it that we're talking to? Our good friend.
Hey, Red, what's good, y'all?
Red, what's going on, Red?
Yeah, not much, checking out the podcast as always. And there's been so much stuff going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a very newsworthy week. While he's getting that together, I'm gonna put the form out here.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to join Old Dirty Blasters, go ahead, brother.
Yeah. So, man, I'm just in awe of this week. It's just been so much stuff going on, and the conversations I've been having, and the reactions to everything It's just been crazy. It's just been really, really crazy. I'm just so ready to get started talking about that tomorrow. But what I wanted to say was that I think people need to just calm down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really think people need to just calm down. This is video games. It's not life or death.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is not that serious. But you know, but at the same time, having said that, I'm tired of the ship jumpers still having something to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like if I left something alone and I don't care about it, I don't really have any conversation for it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't waste time on it. Like I left using PlayStation years ago, like years ago, right?
Yeah.
And I don't talk about PlayStation like that.
Right.
Like at all. You know? The last thing I said about PlayStation, which was the first time in a long time, was the Knights of the Old Republic thing. You know? Because I had a blast playing that on the Xbox. And, you know, I was clamoring for updated remake version of that game for the longest. And now that it's coming, I'm just like, yeah, I ain't about to buy another box for that. And I'm definitely not buying a PlayStation for it, you know? So if they don't bring it multi-plat, then I just won't be playing that game, even though it's a game that I really want to see. But nah, man, I'm just done with that. But the thing is, it ain't got nothing to do with, you know, not, you know, hating on PlayStation. It's just the way I want a game right now. I don't want to have a box under my TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just don't. So that's just it. I'll make that sacrifice for certain games or whatever, but that's me, you know, and that's my quote unquote use case. But I just wish that people that so-called left Stadia alone, don't want to have anything to do with it, would just, you know, move on.
Mm-hmm.
Just move on. You ran to a platform of your choice, and that's cool. You have the freedom to do that, you know, but like that platform for what it is, and not because it's not Stadia, you know, like seriously, like it on its own merits. And I'm going to get a little deeper into that, you know, tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to hit you guys up and say, great show, great podcast. I really understand a lot of stuff you're saying. And shouts out to G. Millie for his call and clarifying.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, because now we know it's across the board and not just Stadia specific, which is
exactly
again why I always say holla at the devs when you got a problem with the game, because usually it's the problem with the game and not the platform.
Yep. Absolutely. We know what the platform can do.
Right.
It's just, you know, if a game is bad, it's you know, it's dev effort and optimization, man.
That's it. And if people want to buy it on Stadia, we got to be at the forefront and let them know. Look, this is what it's going to happen. You could buy, but here's my experience if you care about my take, you know.
Right. And everybody's experience is gonna be different, and everybody care about different things. Like Storm, he cares. You know, it doesn't matter if the game is good or not. As long as it's 4K 60, it's just all good. You know, if it's 3.9K 55 frames per second is trash. We know that's how Storm gets down.
And Revolutionary Storm is going to be on fire tomorrow. I can tell already.
Nah, this is going down. I might have to go live with an impromptu for this one. Rev, wait, what you gonna be doing in 10 minutes, Rev? Nah, I'm playing, man. Hey,
wait on my package to arrive. That's what I'm doing. I got 145 to 445. That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you guys killed it as always. Shouts out to everybody that tuned in. Shouts out to the chat. You guys are awesome. And you know, be ready for the Revolutionary Storm tomorrow morning.
That's right.
10 a.m. Central Time.
Drop that link again in the chat, bro, if you can.
11 a.m. Y'all be ready.
Yep.
All right.
We're going to be right here on Storm's channel.
That's
all right. Double duty.
Yeah. So we got this, man. We're going to get into some stuff for you. So y'all be ready. It's going to be fiery. Man, look, if y'all know what we've been on, y'all know. So tune in tomorrow. We got this. But with that said, I'm out, y'all.
All right. Appreciate it. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, real quick to what Rev said. He hit some very great points. I would just follow up with that and add to that and say they're not going to stop. if your agenda, think about it. If your agenda is to rile folks up because you're not getting what you want, and you want to rile everybody, misery loves company. So if you're one of those misery love company folks, and because everybody is happy, you don't like it, so you want to rile them up, you're not going to stop. So what we can't put that in their hands. We're going to put it in our hands, and we got to stop. We got to tune that stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you this much, Storm.
Yeah.
I'm going to excuse my folks upset about 2K22. I get that. Mm-hmm. But this whole Tachia thing, and then the Luna's destroying Stadia thing, until people heard that, they were still celebrating twos. They were still happy. Then they heard that, and then they got into the mix and all that. You stop falling for the okie doke. Just cut it out. Just cut out the noise and enjoy your game. And like I said, if you're worried about the Chia, there's a game tracking higher that's actually available on Stadia right now. Give it a shot. It's called Life is Strange: True Colors. Right?
That's it. And I'll end by saying, play what you want to play, man. We don't have to tell anybody that, because that's what most people are going to do any damn way. You know what I mean? Play what you want to play. But sometimes we get out here and we care about each other's feedback and opinions and all that stuff. We definitely support the chat that showed up today. Damn, I need to highlight y'all before we get up out of here again. I mean, it was just a good conversation all around the board. But MM2K, what about this old Dirty Blasters Division 2 clan registration that we have up here, my bro?
Yeah, and look, I dropped it in the chat. Please, y'all. I'm telling you, because it's gonna make me feel bad once we close this thing off and y'all can't partake. We got some killers on board, bro. I repeat, Mayday, killers on board. We ain't playing no games out here. We got the bro Average, Tommy Rocks. I think next we go hard. I think he's in the clan too. We got killers on deck. So when we close this clan up, we got Project Storm out there. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta go in and make my move today. You just hyped me up. You just sold me, man.
Bro, I'm telling y'all right now, when we close this thing up, and we're gonna send challenges out to other clans, man. Once we get everything solidified, we're gonna our store is gonna be off the chain, because our experience level is going to be there. When I saw these brothers, what they did in 24 hours, I said, golly, Muhammad Ghali. So you're going to want to hit that. If you like Division 2, if you got it, you want to play with, or you just didn't feel like, if you want to have more fun than you've ever had with Division 2, join that clan. We're going to start planning events coming soon.
Are we going to make any of those live, my friend?
Oh, hell yeah. We got a show dedicated every Monday to a live session. And that's just one show. We're going to have multiple shows throughout the week. So.
And last question. Could there be prizes one time?
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. Well,
you know
there it is.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff. Yep. Randy B, I'm going to drop it again. And let me put I'm going to put the link out here one more time. Control C, and then we're gonna go over here. It's his link to sign up for Old Dirty Blasters. I'm gonna put it one more time in the chat. Here it goes. Oh my God. And if y'all don't believe me, if y'all think I'm capping because I'm trying to get participation, please go to Stadia Dosage Streams after the show. Go look at my stream with my brother Average on Stadia Dosage Streams, or go to Stadia Dosage Plus if you're on Twitch, and watch that game. We laid them out. Hey, Storm, I wish, bro, he would have jumped in the game with me and he was out there, man, because we'd have got a lot of experience and stuff, bro. Oh, my God.
I believe you. And that's what I'm after, man, because I haven't really gone in the dark zone and all that stuff yet, man.
Yes,
I need to do all that
exactly.
stuff. Yes,
that's what it's all about. So we can go in there. We're gonna rock shock everywhere, bro. But that's what it's all about.
That's what's up, bro. Well, I'll tell y'all what, man. This has been a hell of a show, and I did say that I was going to run back through this chat real quick, as quick as I can. So let's go ahead and take care of that. And I want to thank everybody that showed up, man. Y'all know how we do it all the time. We have the homie Elk New down at the bottom right now. Valley Chip is up there. I'm bad. I had to go recycle. My fault. Randy B. Next we go hard, man. Stadia Rev, who called Dan. You know, we had Ron Slusher. Elk New, I said. Geek the Sneak, G Millie, Amanor, MM2K is in the house. What would I do without this brother, man? All right. We have, let's see, as we go on through, we had Ray3473, the gaming cyborg. All right.
Yes, sir.
I think I said Amanor, so we're going to go Valley Chip. I'm just going to call it again. If I call your name twice, it is what it is. You got extra credit. Blue Fire Demon, man, again, thanks for the sub. For everybody that subscribed, man, I appreciate that. Can't get to where I'm trying to get to without y'all, man. And I do give love back, like with the follows and the subscriptions and all that stuff, man. It's real easy to do. It's a click of a button. So I'm going to go with, let's see here. Man, MM2K, MJ Parks, man, there was a lot of people in the house. Jinx718 joining the conversation. Good discussion with you today.
Jinx, absolutely.
And rock out with us, man. Avery Bobo is in the building, man. Bulls for Life. We had Mr. Perfect. All right. Who else? Man. All right. So I think that's where we're going to cap it off right now. For everybody else, the good thing is we have all of this chat playing back or whatever, live replay, so you can go ahead and tell a friend about the show, watch it again when you're chilling in the bed or whatever you're going to be doing, and get it in. But most importantly, y'all, 3 things I need y'all to do is keep it safe, keep it positive, keep it gaming. MM2K, where can they find you, man? What are we going to be up to soon?
Muted my mic because I didn't want them to hear the squeaky chair. Stadia Dosage streams.
I have my squeaker.
Check out Stadia Dosage News. Definitely, we got a big week coming up. As soon as this the website finishes, we got some giveaways, the codes, and stuff like that. Stadia Dosage Plus on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check us out there. And then next week too, we're gonna have the commission coming back on MM2K videos.
And I tell y'all what, you can find me also on Twitter, you know, in those Twitter streets is where I drop some of my notifications quickly, you know what I mean? Primarily on Twitter, actually, you know, so if you want to catch the latest gameplay, whether that's Stadia, Series X, PC, whatever the case is, 4K, 8K, whatever, you can catch it over there first, y'all. Until next time, we appreciate you. Get it in, and remember all those people that lost loved ones on September 11th, y'all.
Absolutely.
All right,
absolutely.
We're up out of here. Have a wonderful gaming day. Peace. That's how we do it. Let me go ahead and shut it down, my brother. This is how we do it. It was a lot of fun, man. I'm going to close it out, though.
Yeah.
Let me close it out. Oh, man.
All right.
Hold on. I don't even know. I got to hit the button, bro. All right, there we go, y'all. Now we up out of here. All right, now it should be.